Out in the quiet of the desert, under a vast and silent sky, something is stirring. The land itself is being reshaped. Dust rises in plumes as heavy machines carve into the earth, their engines a low hum against the stillness. At night, the darkness is pushed back by the harsh, brilliant glow of construction lights, revealing skeletal structures of steel that climb toward the stars. It looks like a scene from a movie, a secret being built far from watching eyes. This is not fiction. This is the beginning of something immense, something called Project Stargate. It is real, it is growing, and it is happening right now, in places like Abilene, Texas. The scale of the work is hard to grasp. Crews of thousands labor around the clock, moving vast quantities of soil to flatten hills and prepare the ground for what is to come. They are laying down fiber optic cable, not just a few strands, but enough to wrap around the entire planet 16 times. These are not just buildings, they are temples to a new kind of power. They are the physical shells for a digital mind. The official announcements speak of progress, of infrastructure, of the future. But standing in the shadow of these rising giants, another question hangs heavy in the air. Are we building a tool, or are we building a new kind of God? To understand the sheer magnitude of Project Stargate, you must first try to comprehend the money behind it. The total commitment is a staggering $500 billion to be spent over the next 4 years. But the immediate deployment is what truly sets the pace. $100 billion put into action right away. This is not a theoretical number on a balance sheet. It is a force actively changing the landscape, funding the concrete, steel, and silicon that form the project's backbone. This initial wave of capital is already funding the construction of vast data centers in Texas and Michigan, with more sites planned across America and around the world. Let's put that number, $100 billion, into perspective. It is more than the entire annual economic output of many nations. With that amount, you could build a formidable modern Navy fleet or fund the construction of hundreds of hospitals or universities. When you hear the words $100 billion, it can sound abstract, like a number too large to matter. But when you see the earth being moved, the jobs being created, and the infrastructure rising from the ground, the weight of that number becomes real. It is the fuel for a technological revolution happening at a speed we have never seen before. This colossal undertaking is not the work of a single entity. It is a joint venture, a gathering of titans from the worlds of technology and finance. OpenAI provides the research and the drive toward AGI. Microsoft, through its Azure cloud platform, offers deep infrastructure expertise. Oracle delivers its own powerful cloud services and hardware. SoftBank injects capital and global reach. MGX supplies major investment backing. Together, these partners have formed an alliance that has been compared to the Manhattan Project. That comparison is both awe-inspiring and chilling. At the heart of Project Stargate lies the machine itself, a computational beast of unimaginable scale. These data centers are not merely warehouses for servers. They are vast, interconnected brains designed for a single purpose: to achieve artificial general intelligence. To get there, scientists believe they need a leap in computing power orders of magnitude beyond today's. This is why the project is building what can only be described as a silicon leviathan. Inside these massive facilities, millions of specialized AI chips will work in concert, humming with electricity and processing power. These chips are the neurons of the digital god. NVIDIA's latest and most powerful processors are powering Stargate's initial phases, starting with Blackwell GB200 racks and moving on to the next-generation Vera Rubin architecture. Each rack is a powerhouse, and Stargate will deploy them by the thousands. But the plan does not stop there. To reduce reliance on a single supplier and push performance, OpenAI is co-developing a custom AI chip, codenamed Titan. Designed with partners like Broadcom, fabricated by TSMC. The sheer density is breathtaking. Racks upon racks, endless rows of GPUs connected by a web of fiber optic cables. All that hardware generates immense heat. The constant hum of fans and liquid cooling pumps will be the sound of this giant brain thinking. These machines will train on datasets larger than the entire public internet. learning the patterns of human language, learning the patterns of human logic, learning the patterns of human creativity. The purpose of this raw power is to push the limits of what AI can do. The goal is to move beyond models that simply predict the next word and towards systems that can reason, plan, and create in ways currently exclusive to humans. This is the path to AGI. Every great industrial revolution has been powered by a new source of energy. The steam engine had coal. The modern city has electricity. The AI revolution has a thirst for power that is unprecedented in human history. The millions of chips inside Project Stargate's data centers will consume an astronomical amount of electricity. We measure a data center's capacity not just in computing power, but in gigawatts, the same unit used to measure the output of a large power plant. A single gigawatt facility can consume as much electricity as nearly 1 million homes. Stargate is planning to build a total of 10 gigawatts of capacity, already on track to reach 7 gigawatts ahead of schedule. This colossal energy demand presents a monumental challenge. The existing U.S. power grid, much of which was built in the mid-20th century, is already under strain. The Department of Energy has warned the country could face a sharp increase in blackouts by 2030 without massive rapid infrastructure investment. The total planned power consumption for Stargate alone is roughly equivalent to the energy use of entire countries, Switzerland, Portugal. To solve this energy crisis, the leaders of the AI boom are looking toward the atom. Marketing, side by side, small modular nuclear reactor diagram next to sprawling solar farm. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, has been a vocal proponent of nuclear power. He argues it's one of the only energy sources that is carbon-free and steady enough for AI centers. He has invested hundreds of millions into nuclear energy startups. Helion Energy, pursuing fusion. Oklo, developing small advanced fission reactors. Every technological leap forward brings with it a wave of change that washes over society, and the rise of artificial intelligence is no different. Project Stargate and the broader AI boom promise a surge in economic activity. The construction and operation of these massive data centers are expected to create over 100,000 jobs in the United States alone. Construction workers, electricians, engineers, data technicians. Abilene, Texas. Saline, Michigan. Influx of investment, new opportunities, profound transformation of the local economy. Yet, there is another side to this story, a shadow of uncertainty that touches every corner of the workforce. The very purpose of creating an artificial general intelligence is to build a machine that can perform cognitive tasks currently done by humans. As AI models become more capable, they will be able to write code, draft legal documents, analyze medical scans, perform countless other jobs that were once considered safe from automation. This raises a deep and unsettling question about the future of work. The leaders of this revolution are not blind to this possibility. Sam Altman has openly spoken about the need for new social safety nets to cushion the blow. He is a prominent supporter of Universal Basic Income, or UBI. He has speculated that within a decade, AI could generate enough wealth to fund a UBI of $13,500 per year for every American adult. He has even floated the concept of universal basic compute. The question of jobs is part of a larger, more existential question about humanity's place in a world with superintelligence. Project Stargate is not happening in a vacuum. It is the most visible move in a high-stakes global race for AI supremacy. Around the world, other tech giants and nations are scrambling to build their own massive AI systems. Companies like Google and DeepSeek, and entrepreneurs like Elon Musk. America will beat China in the race for AI, framing the project as a critical element of national strategy. This intense competition creates a powerful incentive to move fast, perhaps even faster than is wise. The pressure to be first could lead to cutting corners on safety and ethics. As these AI systems become more powerful and autonomous, who will be in charge? Ensuring that AGI is developed safely and for the benefit of everyone will require a new level of global cooperation, transparency, and oversight. The shadow of control looms large over the promise of progress. As the cranes swing and the silicon flows, one year keeps appearing on the horizon. 2028. By 2028, new nuclear reactors aim to be online, and new generations of custom AI chips will be powering models far more capable than anything we have today. By 2028, we may reach a point of no return, where these systems are so integrated into our economy and society that we can no longer choose to turn them off. Is this the birth of a digital god we can guide for the good of all? Or is it a power we are destined to lose control of? Watch closely. Ask the hard questions.